Hello, welcome to my trip to Canada. This is my 900th take. I was driving to Niagara and my friend said we had to check out the Anchor Bar, and I love that they had bumper stickers or license plates, on the wall, and a whole bunch of random ass crap. But they definitely have the best wings that I've ever had, and I'm a very strict critique of wings, and Buffalo Wild Wings are nothing. So here's General Mills, and you got to smell the Lucky Charms being made. It was very awesome. I went to Tim Hortons just because you sort of have to go there, and it wasn't all that. It was okay. Here's part of the canal. These are the original bricks, I believe, and this is the Military Museum. I didn't go check it out, but it looks so awesome on the outside looking at the big battleship, and there was a submarine, and they had some Army vehicles and, an airplane or whatever. Who cares about that? It's the Navy. Just kidding. So this is more of the ships in the bay. I believe it retired in the 70s. Here's more of the bay and this fascinating stupid bus stop that I really like because it promotes exercise. And there's these buffalo all over Buffalo, and I was driving in and I swore that they were real because I'm blonde. Here's a firehouse that sadly closed, but my friend said I had to run to the fireboat, so I ran all the way there, and it's right by the Lucky Charms factory place, and I was too scared to knock on the door and get a tour, but it looked really awesome on the outside. And so here's some part of my 3-mile run, and it goes all the way to the end of the pier, and it's really amazing. There's these funny ladies that crack me up because they must be retired and they paint all day the lighthouse and the bay, but it's really cool. If I were old and 60 and had nothing to do, I would definitely do that myself. But the paintings were actually really good. Here I jumped to Niagara Falls. I just magically got there by my wings. I just flew there. No, I took the train. This is the waterfalls, a little bit further down than what people usually see. This is some random picture of a park, I guess. I was walking a long way. Oh, here's Planet Hollywood, and it actually closed, but they kept all of this stuff outside. And it's I'm so entertained by old crap that's all faded away and rotten. And then there's these crazy ice creams that I got. I only got one, but it was a huge ice cream bar. And it ends up that Toronto is family oriented, so there's family crap everywhere. Oh, here's my ice cream that I really shouldn't have eaten. Don't tell anybody I ate that many calories. So here's the falls, and there's 9 million pictures. And you could take a tour on the boat, but I really didn't want to get wet and stand there by myself staring at the falls because it's kind of boring by yourself. But I walked around and you got to see different angles of it. I was on the Canadian side, so I'm sure the American side looks totally different. But it's so loud. I really wasn't expecting that. Kind of sounds stupid, but it's just humongous. I don't even know how tall it is. I would say 400 feet or something. And there's this huge mist, which is kind of cool. You have to take a selfie to prove that you really went, even though you take pictures, which proves that you really went to these places, so I don't get selfies anymore. And here's more random stuff that I saw. I think Venice is just funny because it was a movie, even though I never saw the movie. Here's the inside of one of the casinos, and I think it is just so effing gorgeous. I love casinos, even though I don't gamble. What the heck is this? Oh, maybe this was a song I wanted to play. Don't mind that, sorry. And here's a funny sign that I can't read right now, but yeah. So here's the falls at nighttime, and they light up, and it's so amazing. And nobody told me that, and nobody told me that there were fireworks. But here they are. No point in taking 900 pictures because we've all seen fireworks before. But they were really good. I would say they're almost as good as New Year's Eve. And I'm a little concerned with the pollution that they create, but don't get me started on waste byproducts and stuff. But they were really pretty for the 10 minutes that they lasted, and they're super, super loud because they were right in between Toronto and Canada. I don't know which side they fired them off at. And then I thought it'd be a really neat job to have that, but there's so few jobs doing fireworks. Here's more of the falls, and they just look so amazing. I think the boat tour would have been cool to see at night, but I don't think the boats were running at night. Oh man, it's just gorgeous, and it illuminates. Oh, it's supposed to be romantic, but then there's all these kids around, like, screaming and, like, "Wah!" Like, getting on your effing nerves. And I'm like, oh my god, let me get out of here. So I didn't stay for too long. I stayed for the fireworks and then I left. But I thought this house was so funny. I've seen it in other states, and I can never, like, figure out how to go inside. And then this paramedic thing, my friend really thinks is a good idea, where you knock before you go inside the ambulance of the patient, half naked. Here's some more random pictures, and this is Toronto. And this is the most awesome fountain because it's like dogs are like spitting. And I'm like, oh my god, they're so cute, but they don't have any of my dog. So it's not as cute as I thought. But there's a whole bunch of cathedrals, of course, since the town's super, super old. And this was at the Airbnb, and the shower is above the toilet. Like, I was beside myself that somebody would even, like, install this in their house. And here's just part of this, like, huge-ass mall. It's only 2 stories with these, like, really crazy high ceilings. And here's my makeup that I stole from Sephora that I didn't buy. Like, you can put on makeup in the store. And then this is outside. It looks like Times Square, sort of. And my hokey pokey bowl, I'm fascinated with sushi, so I ate a whole bunch of sushi, sorry. And this is just, like, random outside shots. I was actually outside of where I went to a speakeasy, but I didn't take any speakeasy pictures. This was part of a portrait in the next city I went to, which was Montreal, and this was outside this really cool tea place that I didn't go to, and here's the funny selfie, because they're funny. And this chocolat place has like the most amazing milkshakes, but they're like 900 calories. And here's a greenhouse that I thought was really cute. And then this was at Bordella Speakeasy that I drove. That was like sort of my purpose of the trip. Like, I went all this way in Montreal and this bar. But it was like really cool. The hosts and the waiters were dressed like they totally had, like, everything down in the whole restaurant, like, to the T. It was such a great aura, but nobody talked to me there except for the bartender and, well, I guess 2 bartenders. And here's outside. Oh, here's part of the college. It is so beautiful. I don't know why I took a picture of coffee, but I guess I wanted to show that I drank coffee. And my crazy breakfast, which was, like, scrambled crap put together, and this awesome ass car. I don't know what it was there for, but it just looked amazing. And they have all these murals over town, but I only found like 2, I think. And here's proving that I was really there, I guess. I don't know. Here's some more of the, I think this is the Fine Arts Museum, but I didn't go inside. And more of the city. And more of the museum. I don't know why I took so many of that. And this was out front, but I couldn't figure out if those doors opened. I don't think they do. I think they're closed. And this was just a random church. What's amazing to me, oh, here's next to the museum, is that Montreal has like these old ass buildings, and then right next to it's like this new ass building that's like 100 stories tall. Like, I'm just amazed that they mix it. So here's the top of this really tall hill. These people live on the hill. I have no idea how they park. I guess they park and then walk to work in the wintertime. It gets to be negative 30 degrees, one of the people told me, but I'm so fascinated with the stonework. Oh, here's back at the museum. I guess I jumped down the hill. And they had these really cool, like, decorations everywhere. I was fascinated that nobody took these mats. And, oh, yeah, I went to this electronic festival, and I had chocolate, like, Oreos, but then they were covered in bacon. And this was the electronic part. And this was a picture I stole from somebody online. Sorry, person. And then this is this big geological area that is also on the island where the electronic picnic is on every Sunday. I don't know what these people do on Monday because this thing goes until 10 p.m. Like, I don't know. But this is the group I went with from the hostel, and they were, like, so effing awesome and amazing. And, like, 2 people had just randomly jumped in the two guys on the left. No idea who the hell they were. But the people I came with, they were like so funny and so much fun. I'm so glad I stayed at the hostel. And like, I just can't believe that almost like 3,000 people are there in the evening dancing to music. So yeah, I ran up Peel Street, or Rue Peel. That's a funny joke, long story. And then you get to the top of Montreal, and I tried to get to it before, but I got stuck in that neighborhood and I never made it. But I finally found the path because my friend told me. And the site is amazing. I can't believe what it would look like in the wintertime. And I was fascinated by this little bird that was like a foot away from me. And here's more like random city pictures. I didn't get much history. Oh, I ran back up the hill again on the second day. It's 1,000 feet from like the bottom of the hill. But the actual like estimated footage is like 768, I believe, where the stairs start. But then there's like a hill to where the whole like business area is like right behind me. So round trip was 4 miles from my hostel to the top of the hill. And then just more like random stuff. Oh, this bus stop had gay pride stuff on it, and it was very awesome, but I got stuck with a car in the way. And I went to like Old Montreal, which I didn't even know was a thing. Fortunately, I met a person at my hostel that told me like where to go and where to check out all this stuff. So I'm lucky I met him. He was like one of the nicest guys. This is part of like a church, and this is part of a garden. It was all in French, so I only got like the bare minimum history of everything because, you know, I'm not really French speaking and I haven't taken it since 7th grade. And here's like this cathedral that has like light shows in it, but I didn't know about it and I missed the light shows. But I was fascinated by the stupid Batman sign that was outside a touristy shop. And the horse is waiting in traffic. That gets me so bad. And this is like more of Old Montreal. I look really like miffed or something. I don't know. And then there's like electric boxes and they cover them with pictures of the city, which is really awesome, and Baltimore should do that. And more really old pictures of the city. Oh, and here's the firehouse, and I got to see the like engine respond, and I was fascinated. And then there's like this women's hygiene thing, and it pops up and down. I was so like fascinated. So this is a picture of the hostel that I stayed in. Here's a great picture of Toronto that I didn't take, but it's so beautiful. I really like the lighting. And here's yet another picture from the cliff at the top of the hill. And this is gorgeous as well. Thank you for listening to my stupid video. And you should take a trip to Canada. It's a lot of fun and pretty cheap.